Good morning. Let's talk about this real quick. Real quick. Get it over with. Scared of the coronavirus, Zika, and all the 200 other viruses that have come along? People die every single day. They drive too fast. Suicides from gambling. People drive too fast. It's not considered a suicide, but if you would have slowed down and you would have paid attention to the road, it wouldn't have happened. But that's okay because we give you a speeding ticket. You are paying us the money. You're coming to our casinos, people are dying because they can't eat. Fights in the family, separation because of gambling, people are dying. When it comes to illegal drugs, why are illegal drugs illegal? Because they don't make money. Where are the best angels on two wheels? They're here to protect us, or they're here to sell the drugs. For them to sell the drugs, it's illegal. But for pharmaceuticals to come up with a drug that gives to you that can kill you, but they don't talk about how many get killed, not only killed, but it's just as bad to be disabled. How many side effects are there on pharmaceutical drugs in the street? Does anybody ever talk about viruses that leak out of these laboratories because they keep creating pills? Illegal because somebody's making money. Tons and tons of wars, mafia wars out there. Wars of the angels on two cycles because what they do is illegal. Because they make money with it. They're not controlling you. The casino takes your money and it's legal. You drive your car too fast and you get into an accident, you kill somebody, it costs you money, and it hurts others around you, mentally as well as you physically. But that's legal because it takes your money. It seems like everything that's illegal is where somebody's making money and helping you out, but what is illegal, you're paying for it through your pocket. And having something illegal gives the ability to build a task force. The police, CIA, FBI, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Army, Navy, manna, the bread. The bread is control. We live in a system. In the system where we have to replica either this, or we live in a system that shows the black cat. And the reason it shows the black cat is because as the black cat runs on this side, you see this fold in here, the pleat? You don't see the pleat. Sometimes it shows through the overlap. The black cat shows up twice because life goes and it's followed, it's mirrored on the other side. The soul, the world of the soul versus the spirit. Spirit equals to 91, 13 times 17. You have the IT system, the electronics, the IT. You have the IR, the red sun, beta creation of the red sun. What does it mean? I know the 9 is for birth. 9 times 2. 2 is for the house. 2 is also for what I understood. Robert Grant says 2 is for gravity. Electric company, craps, 11. Craps is 1 and 1. The reverse is 66. The coronavirus is 66. It pays 30 to 1. Creation of day. Whose day? 298 are the only 3 cards that really count in life. Those license plate, look at the last 3 over there. 298, 298, 298. It just so happens while I was working on the equation, or the deck of cards, 298. The 2 card is not the same as any other card. The 9 card has a dot in the center, just like the ace. Here's the deck of cards. The 1 is here as it is here. I do not need the 1. I do not need the 5 because the 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 1 in the center is 9. So I keep 9. I don't need the 3. The 3 is inside the 5. I did the 5 twice. There's a card missing. Here is the 8, just like the 6 and just like the 7. I don't need the 6 and 7. Can you tell me 1, 2, 3? Oh, I don't have the 4 card because the 4 is in all the cards but the 1 and the 2 and the 3. That means the 4 exists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 exists 6 times plus itself is 7. That is your gateway, 7 and 4. Jesus Christ. That is that. The numeric value for soul is the first 2 letters. I like to play with it. The center letters, I always like to look at as location. 21 and 1536. Location. 1020. 1020 is the J letter. J is 16. And the 20th letter, 1020, is location. Numeric value, 67. The short value is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, representing the V letter for life. Spirit equals to number 91. The IT system, the syrup of birth, the spirit, the syrup of birth, the birth, the body, and no soul. When the body is growing inside, there is no life. There's life for a body, but there is no life of the soul. The soul comes into the body just prior to the birth. According to Numbers, okay, the soul does not fully come in until I think 27 days before birth. Now, when a child is born, the soul is still fully not in the body. Not until the head of the body is controlled by the soul. Although the body is learning on its own through its own numeric system, the motherboard, there is no life until the spirit enters the body. You look at zombies and say, well, zombies, they're not real, they're not life. They're not life, they're not life, they're zombies, right? Because there is no life until the soul enters. And when you die, you go nowhere. You were never here. You are an extended arm inside the body. Here is 3 and 2, 2 different ways. 3 and 2. The reason why 1 over to 9 on your calculator, here it's perfect. 7 over to 1 is 6. 8 over to 2 is 6. 9 over to 3 is 6. 1 over to 3 is 2. 4 over to 6 is 2. 7 over to 9 is 2. And when you cross 1 over to 9, that's 8. You need 8 more, because what you do is you go to 5. You go around 5, or it's a transmission, and you go over here. But 3 to 7 goes right through. And that is your moon. You're going right to your moon. Here, your soul is going around the moon and into your birth. Here, you're going right through. 3, 9, 7, and 1 is not the same as 2, 4, 6, and 8, but it is 20, 20. 1 and 7, 8, and 9, and 3, 20. 2 and 4 is 6, and 6, 12, and 8, 20. 20, 20. We count the 5, you get 25. 25 is Earth. Is there any more I can do? Most likely. I was working on Shabbat, the pig, kosher, why we sit Shiva, angels and the stars, life, the afterlife. From but dust, you return to dust. The car doesn't work without a motor. We can't go forward without a transmission. Things and how things work and how things are created, I believe, because numbers are so perfect, or when was the English language made? If I can read the English language this way, and if anything I am doing, and I am not the only one doing, and it is not only in English, but it can be done in every single language around the world, and work out to create this. Now, just because it's association, big deal the moon is number 57. Big deal Mars is number 51. But electric company connects, the numerics for electric company connect to the moon. EC 3 and 5. Moon is 57. Moon is 57. E, fifth letter, C, the third letter. It's an explanation that any 11 or craps, craps stands for 1 and 1, reverse is 66. They bar the 66 as the H connects to the I. The heavens connects to the I. They barred you, now you have to make a bypass between the H and I, and that bypass is through number 5. That's your bypass. 2, 4, 6, and 8 go around it. 2, 4, 6, and 8 go around it. 1 over to 9 goes either through the transmission or goes around it to get to 9. The sign is here to 5, down here, and then down here. That is your omega sign. That is your omega sign. There are 3 things, 3 numbers, 3 sets of numbers. The 3 sets of numbers stand as this. The 1 month is a special month of February. The 4 months of 30 days. April, June, November. And what's the other one? April, June, November. April, January, February, March. April, not May, June, not July or August, September. Right. So you have September, 9, April, 4. I don't remember. I had it once that 0 equaled to 6 for more than one reason. If you have the 5 in the center and 1 passes through the 5, then you have 1 and 1, a spirit and a soul that combine as one. I was listening to someone speak, and he says the body is nothing without the soul. The arc, A-R-C-C-A-R, it is the car, like the motor, like the transmission. It's one piece. Another thing is, when you put a circle 0 and you draw this line over here, which is like number 1, it's also a bracket. When you put the bracket on the 0 now has an I, a life to stand on. You create 2 I's with another bracket. And then you look down on your keyboard and you see the brackets are on 0 and 9. One thing about, I'm just going to see if I have it here. The dice cube, the 1 dot has 8 voided spaces. The 6 dot has 3 voided spaces. 6 and 3 is 9, 8 and 1 is 9. 8 void with the 6 opposite the 6 dot. The 6 dot will complete the 8 void. Not the same as any other dice. That is 14. That is your house. That is your DNA. The 3 dot is not void to this. The 1 dot enters into the 3 dot, making it 1 dot and 2 dot in the 3 void. I can't tell you what it all does, but according to a professional online who knows about this, Edward Grant, says number 1 is gravity, number 2 is the electron, number 7 is the negative charge, number 1, 2, and 3. I'm not really sure with those numbers. Number 6, also the egg. I'm just still trying to figure out a few things. You're unwinding into the life, how the child turns over from a 9 into a 6 at birth. Another thing we speak about the 9 card, the one you draw this design from the 9 card, you end up with the field goals, where the 1 and 5 are both inside the 9, where the 3 as well is inside the 9. You get 3 points, a field goal. 1.5 times 6 equals to 9, and you end up with 3 points. It could be all Irishkeit, and it can all be true, but because you don't know the truth. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. If you've watched to the end, I'm going to tell you what I believe we need to do. Obligation. We need to have friends, stick togethers. We are being separated by what we think is right and what we think is wrong. We have to understand the differences and our beliefs. Our beliefs is what separates all of us. I do not smoke. If you want to smoke, that's fine with me. I think there's too much depending on what you smoke, if you're not smoking something natural and you're smoking something unnatural, chemicals inside of that are very dangerous for you. All chemicals are dangerous for you. Do you want to manipulate the structure of your body? If your body is sick, sometimes we need a few chemicals to help it out. Now, until that body gets sick, should we not let it get sick? Now, there's a whole controversy going on with this reality, but I think it should be a person's choice. And when it comes to vaccinations, okay, if everybody is vaccinated but me, big deal. You're vaccinated. You can't get sick. What's the difference if I do? I don't like to say that, but it's only the difference for me.